Welcome back from the ad break, and I hope that you are ready to continue with our next set of questions. In this part of the lesson, we will be working through application questions. So in this set of questions here, we have a micrograph. So you have learned about a micrograph. You should know what a micrograph is and what it is used for. So this is basically a photomicrograph or an image of a microorganism. This microorganism is called the Oxytricha triphelix, and the length of this microorganism is 80 millimeters. So you know that whenever we are measuring microorganisms, we use our ruler and we measure the length of the microorganism and of the scale bar using millimeters. So this means that the length from this end to the other end is 80 millimeters. Okay, and then the length of the scale bar in millimeters is 24 millimeters. So using a ruler, this length from this point to this point was measured, and that length is 24 millimeters. So now what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to use this formula to determine the actual size of this microorganism. And our final answer will be in micrometers to show that we were trying to get to the answer or the length and the size of this microorganism in micrometers. So we were able to measure the length, or it was given to us, and the length of the microorganism is 80 millimeters. And we know that we divide that by the magnification, which is the length of the scale bar, and that is 24 millimeters. So if we take our calculators and say 80 divided by 24, we will get 3,33 and recurring. It continues. So we round off our answer and we are supposed to write 3. So for the next step, or the next question, now we are trying to work to find the actual size of the organism. So to find the actual size of the organism, you are supposed to take your answer and multiply it by the number on the scale bar. So meaning this number that appears in micrometers. So our answer from the previous question, we got a 3 there. So we are going to take that 3 and then multiply it by 50 and then add the unit of measurement for the microorganism, which is micrometers. And when we take our calculators, we will say punch in 3 times 50, and that will give us 150 micrometers. Okay, and then the units on the scale bar are in micrometers. So it is important to put your answer in micrometers. Remember the unit of measurement. So how big is this Oxytricha triphelix? And there we have it. It is 150 micrometers. How many micrometers are there in a millimeter? And from the lesson, you should know that each small section on the ruler is equal to 1,000 micrometers. So one piece or small segment on the ruler, which is the 1 millimeter, is equal to 1,000 micrometers. So we move on to our next question, and that is question number 4. It says or asks, how many Oxytricha triphelix could lie end to end in 1 millimeter? We already know that 1 millimeter is equal to 1,000 micrometers. So we are trying to calculate how many of these Oxytricha triphelix can we have lying down in a millimeter? We already know that 1 measures 150 micrometers. So that means to work out our answer, we will say 1,000 micrometers, which is equal to 1 millimeter, divide by 150 micrometers, will give us 6,67. And then we round that off, we get an answer of 6,7, and we can't really have a 0.7 of an organism, so we will have 7 oxytrichotriphylics lying next to one another. Let us take a short ad break, and I will see you soon.